Hi, I'm Scott Wrighton. I serve as Decatur City Manager, and every week you can find a link here or tune in to this video that we do, that our staff produces every week, so that you can learn a little bit more about what's going on with your city of Decatur. The weather's getting nicer. It's April now, and with spring means that the planning that the Public Works Department and the state of Illinois have done for public works projects and street improvements really kicks into gear. I want to mention first a couple of high visibility projects that we are doing in coordination with the Illinois Department of Transportation. A project on East 36, East El Dorado from Church Street, which is just one block west of 51, all the way out to Highway 48, right, in fact, all the way to the entrance of Fairview Park. This project has been in the planning stage and in the bidding stage actually for several years, and was delayed for a while the Department of Transportation had to acquire additional right-of-way for some handicapped ramps and some other improvements on the edges of the road. But basically this project is a complete repair and overlay of the existing driving surface with some improvements to sidewalks, curbs, and gutters along the way. Again, from 48 all the way to Church Street. This section will be improved over the course of the next several months, and it's beginning actually this week with alerts that there's one lane of traffic in each direction. Except for late night closures, the project will remain open most of the time. A similar improvement is underway and has been underway for even longer period of time for 121, roughly from the intersection of Pershing and Oakland all the way to the northwest to the I-72 intersection. This is also a project done in cooperation with the state. It's being contracted by the state and managed by the state, but the city, like the 36 El Dorado project, the city has some money in it because some of the improvements are local improvements that we piggyback onto the state's project. But in both cases, please be careful as you are driving these sections. In some cases, the workers will move traffic to the right or to the left and only have one lane. There could be flagmen, and so there are delays. If you are a regular driver of these sections of 121 or of 36 on the west side of the city, you know that in the last several years these pieces of road have deteriorated, so we're very pleased that these projects are being undertaken by the Department of Transportation. So please be patient with the inconvenience. We have to experience a little bit of construction zone inconvenience in order to get the improvement at the other end. Later this season, you'll see as well, and I'll give you some more details about it in a future video, some of the street work that the city will be doing. Of course, the state manages most of the work on state right-of-ways, but the rest of the streets that are not state right-of-ways are under the responsibility of the city of Decatur. And every year, the city puts together, and the city council approves, a plan for addressing streets in different locations all over the city based on a pavement condition index inventory that the city's Public Works Department does to determine which streets are in need of replacement, which streets get replaced because we recently did water or sewer work and need to repair and make a permanent pavement over the trenches that we worked on, and so forth. So in the weeks ahead, I'll be giving you both through this video as well as on our website where some of those locations are, so you can be looking for those so that you have an idea of where those improvements are and can plan your travel accordingly. The last topic I want to cover today is maybe for the last time, hopefully for the last time, has to do with garbage and recycling. As I mentioned in the previous video, the City Council approved a additional service onto basic service whereby yard waste will be collected from everybody's house who's covered by the residential ordinance year-round, and there won't be a premium service anymore. So even though we're in the 6 weeks of spring cleanup now that began on April 1st, once this is fully implemented, there won't be spring and fall cleanups anymore with regard to special pickups. Of course, spring and fall will still come, and there'll be extra leaves and grass and clippings to take care of during those times, but yard waste will be available to everybody year-round. We've been working with the two primary haulers in Decatur, that's GFL and Waste Management, to make sure that we do a better job of unifying their message, and in the weeks ahead, we'll be getting some information out yet this month in April as to the exact nature of the changes, not just with regard to the fee, but also how some of those pickups will work, especially in the off months, and other details that people will want to know about, and that they've been calling us about containers and where it's placed, and other instructions about how to make sure that it's that your yard waste as well as your other trash and recycling get to where it needs to be. As we've gone through this ever since December, now through April, the city has been made painfully aware that customer service expectations of our citizens have not been completely met. While I know that many of you have had perfect service and have no complaints about your service, the number of complaints that we've received about the pickup services provided by the private haulers has certainly been higher than it should be. And so we've been working with both of the primary haulers to encourage them, and in some cases require that they make certain improvements about how they handle those customer service calls, how they're responsive to requests made by citizens, and what expectations citizens should have as this new service is stabilized. We want you to be happy, and I want you to know, and the mayor and council want you to know as well, that we are working behind the scenes to try to solve as many of these customer service problems as we possibly can, and then once they are changed, to communicate to you what the new numbers are, the new FAQs are, what you can find on the website, and so forth, so that this information is as readily available to you as it can possibly be. Thank you for your patience as we work all this out and stabilize this. I look forward to bringing you another update about some different topics in the weeks ahead.